Yay! We're here. Alright, oh, focus please. There we are. I had to stop this music, but I can't think. How are we all doing tonight? Alright. We are going to polish up, clean up, polish, shine, whatever, all the dice for the giveaway. As long as we hit our viewership goal by Halloween, these dice could be yours. For the low, low price of your viewership. Alright. Well, let's see. Where should we start? Should we start on the light side of the Force or the dark side of the Force? So many questions. So little time for answers. Right. Oh, bobby pin. That'll mess stuff up. Don't ask why I have bobby pins. Why don't you have bobby pins on your desk? Alright. Let's see. Double check this real quick. Alright. We'll go ahead and start with... We'll do this dark side one. This is the setback die, narratively speaking. So we have one failure, one threat. We'll go over the symbology real quick. Then we have two failures. And two threat. And then we have the despair. Womp, womp, womp. It's upside down for you guys, sorry. So, the triumph is a little messed up. I'm going to have to probably redo these. But I managed to get almost all of the symbol painted in, which I'm super impressed. I didn't think I was going to be able to get any of it. But I did. And I have other... previous models, molds that I made, but they did not turn out better, I don't think. This one turned out the best. There. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, these ones aren't bad, but I still think the one that I chose is going to turn out the best. Only because I had to sand all of them, and after I painted and filled them, so, I mean, these just would have, probably most of them, been sanded away, like some of this one was. But I still think it turned out really nice. Then we've got the, so we have a success and advantage, success, 2 advantage, advantage. All of these cool cats. Oh yeah. Oh, and then we have the Force die, which it's kind of hard to see the black spots on there right now, but once we polish these, they should stand out quite nicely against not only the sparkles but the light color of the die. So we'll start with the setback. How about that? Catch me outside. Yeah. Hope everyone's having a good night tonight. Let's see. Ooh. I don't know if you can tell. So that's what it looked like before. This is just the first cloth. Oh, these are gonna be so pretty. Ooh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm getting goosebumps. Hope everyone got a chance to check out Behind the Mask with Sarah Joy before they came in here. That was awesome. And interviewing Katie from Starbird's podcast, which if you haven't checked out Starbird's podcast, you definitely should. It's awesome. Ooh, look at all this. Turning out quite nice. Everybody have an eventful weekend, or at least or a non-eventful weekend, depending on your preference. I hope so. I hope you got exactly what you needed. There weren't any games last weekend on our podcast for us because we had some scheduling conflicts, and I didn't get an episode edited because this past week in my classes has just been absolutely insane. So, yeah, life finds a way. Ooh, these are so pretty. You can already see through this thing better. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's already more see-through than it was. Made a trip to the Denver Museum of, what is it? Nature and History or something like that? I'm not sure, but that kid wanted to go to the museum for his birthday, so we're like, heck yeah, let's go to the museum. It was a super fun time. Qui-Gon Jinn, Liam Neeson does a reading for one of the planetarium shows, the Black Holes exhibit. It was awesome. Right before it ended, my kid was like, this was longer than I thought. It was getting ready to go, and then the lights come back on. Like, oh, well, you made it, so good job. Ooh, I'm gonna go back over this one. I might have to go back over that setback die again, too. Do this one. These are gonna look so good. Hey, everyone. I see we have some more people popping in. We are just sanding these puppies. Not sanding, we're polishing these puppies. I gotta kick some jams on for you guys. I'll just have to adjust the volume so that it's not deafening in my ears. Well, I can't play sea shanties because, believe it or not, those get copyright stricken a lot. Let's just go back to the lo-fi hip hop. But I'm going to turn it down for me, and I'll turn it up for you. Right there, maybe? Okay, cool. If that's too loud or anything, just let me know. We are very close to our goal for this giveaway. You will be happy to know. So, as long as we keep up this pace, we'll definitely have it by Halloween. I'm trying to figure out the best method of doing a giveaway. And I think I'm gonna get like a plugin to do like marble races or something, so everyone can toss their name in, and then we'll let the marbles race. So that means you gotta hang around. So pretty. Look at that sparkle already. This is just the first go over. Focus. Cool. Alright, move on to the dark side. Something dark side. Something dark side. Y'all just let me know if there's any audio issues, if something's too loud, if something's too quiet. Look at that. Getting sporkly. Thinking about getting the little tabletop belt sander for the sanding and pre-cleaning stuff, because I go through so many sheets of 1000 grit just getting these to a point to polish that it is absurd. Okay, water on here. Anybody have any how do you guys feel about the coloration, like using the color of the original dye? Where are those at? Like, instead of using like the regular like colors and then painting these whatever, doing the dye one solid color and then painting the numbers or the symbols to match their OG counterpart, I guess. I mean, it's easier. I can do more faster if I make them all in the one color, one shade. But I mean, maybe they look better the other way. I don't know. That red, dude, the red looks so good, so good. It looks a little orangey in the camera, but it's got a nice red. Oh, like the way we've got it here, the dye colors for the ink. Yeah, like I said, I could do more of them faster. Like, I can do larger loads if I just keep it one solid. Who's it? What's it? But oh, someone's. Oh. Hey everybody. I I want to make sure I'm making stuff that people like, you know. But I think in at least to get a bunch of them out, this will be the way to go. We'll probably have to make some lines thicker, but that isn't an issue. I actually may have a file with thicker lines, and now that I have a different software that I'm using, I can probably make it work a lot better. So I may just end up making I may just end up making all new molds. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not a huge fan of the way the old software made me imprint the symbology on the dice. So outlook good that I just make some more molds. But then everybody wins. It's a win. I don't know which way I started. I think I went this way. I'm pretty sure I went this way. Okay, so we'll find out, trust me. You get to the end and you see one dull face among a bunch of shiny ones, and you'll know real quick. Oh, okay, I see your chat now. Yeah, I mean, I think you've given me a thicker pattern, but my old software couldn't make use of it because it's bad software. But now that I've got better sculpting software, actual sculpting software instead of just like printer software, I should be able to make it work. Oh yeah. Oh, these are so pretty. I see you all over on the Nightcast Totor chat. I'll make sure I watch that chat from now on. Ooh, the sparkles, though. Look at that. I still gotta do the despair, but man, oh man. We are about to wrap up Stranger Skies, at least what we're doing with Stranger Skies for right now. So we're about to dive back into Jedi Adventures. And we've had some cast swapping, so it's going to be real fun to make sure we incorporate how everyone got to where we are. And I keep toying with this really neat idea to use one of the RP sessions from the chat we had in the RP server over on Nightcast Discord. But I don't know if it's gonna work or not. I'm retconning quite a bit, actually. Oh man, that was cool. Hold on. Yeah, Stranger Skies is a little different because that's the one that Adam is GMing, so I get to play in this one, which has been so much fun. But Adam is a cruel taskmaster, and he based the game he's running off of a bunch of different Lovecraft lore. So it's like impossible, but it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, playing is fun. Honestly, I love Dude the Capybara so much. I miss Dude so much. I was talking to my wife about playing a minstrel capybara. That was fun. But Hez Farwander starts off fairly level-headed. He has goals and ambitions at the beginning. But by the time we get to the end of Stranger Skies, has gone quite insane. Which, you know, stands with Lovecraft lore. Ooh. go up this way, I believe. That was such a fun game, Chaos. I super appreciate that. That was such a blast. Such a blast. I really wanted to use those herbs that I found. I just didn't want to make it like weird. I wanted to be make it organic. Ooh. I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely sparklier. Ooh. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Hey, you know, if you ever want to come back to it, I can't speak for everyone, but I think most of us would be, at very least most of us would be down to reprise our roles. Whenever that happens to be. I don't know if you can see through it. When it's wet like that, it looks, sometimes you can see all the way through the dye like it's going to look when it's fully polished. And it just makes me so excited for the final product. This is just the first sheet too. We haven't even gotten through the first cycle, if you will. I still have these bad boys too that I haven't done anything with. I should do something with these, but the triumph on that one isn't so bad, but it's not the best either. And I still have this set, which I haven't really done much with other than paint. That set is actually where I got the idea to do the fill. So like to make them all smooth, no texture. I think it's the way to go, honestly. Sorry if I peeked there. I was getting the stream put together, and I saw Mark talking about there only being 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I was aghast. It's like, how dare you? How dare you sully the Turtles in time? May not have been the best. Okay, so it wasn't the best. But the games that came afterwards, that's where it's at. Ooh, sparkles. Sparkly sparkles. Sparkly, sparkly sparkles. 2 more, and then we move on. I never know how to really set up the camera for this. I don't think I did too bad this time. Ooh, sporkly. So this is what it looks like pre-first go through. Yeah, the filled lines are just super sick. Turtles Forever? Was that the game? I know we were playing video games on last Thursday, and Pi got us all the arcade game on Steam. So our last stream was playing the Ninja Turtles arcade game. Oh, this way. Still a little dull, but definitely shinier. Okay, so I've done the two ends. Let's do bottom. Making a pattern in which I do this is like essential. I hate getting to the end and seeing one face that didn't have as much attention as the others on accident, and then I have to go back and fix it. Oh, was there an animated movie? Oh, wow. I don't think I saw that. I mean, I know I didn't see that, but I don't think I knew about that. Is that a fifth turtle? What? I am aware of the comics, though. I also know at one point Donatello becomes like a robot. Well, his consciousness gets uploaded into a robot or something like that. And then I know at the very end of the Turtles timeline, only one turtle remains. And I know who it is. And it's such a sad story. Such sparkle. Much wow. So shiny. Modern competent shredder goes and steals the Technodrome from the 80s shredder. That actually sounds really... Oh, I see other turtles. There's not 5. There's actually 8 there. I get what you're saying. We used to have a bunch of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures. We had the submarine, which was pretty cool. We always wanted the battle bus. We never got the battle bus. Ooh. Oh, these are going to be so cool. Can you tell which one hasn't been polished yet? Oh. Maybe not in the camera. It's definitely this side. I could tell vividly up close and personal. Yeah, I didn't think the camera would be able to pick it up. I need to get a better webcam. Alright, I got those 3. Let's do these 3. Excuse me. I think it's this one. No, it's this one. For sure. So filling those in, excuse me, actually isn't as easy as it looks. Because I have to, I use a UV resin for it. And it is a little, it's thin, but it's not a very thin resin. So I kind of have to convince the resin to get in all the crevices on some of these. Just a little bit of bubbling. But I try to fill that in too. Alright, we're on to the light side. Let's start here. No, let's start here. It's always... I never really feel like a lot happens on the first couple sheets, but by the time you get to the second to last and last sheet, you're like, wow, these are so much shinier than they were. Whew. Okay, this way. Okay, continuing on. So, to prepare for Dude the Capybara, I had so many pages open on facts about Capybara. I was gonna make him so legit. Too legit to quit. Capybara are super cool. Okay, sheet 1 completed. Oh. Alrighty then. Next step. Oh, cool. My dirty table there. It's covered in dried dice resin and stuff from sanding. All right. All right. Let's take a look at the before. Okay, focus. Before. Let's check this side out first. I like seeing the duller sides first. Ooh. Hate when that happens. Woo! That's it wet. So shiny. Still, not super shiny yet, but definitely shinier. I think if I get a tabletop mounted excuse me, belt sander, I might be able to get some buffing belts for it too. Excuse me, which would just be so cool. As much as I love doing it all by hand, it takes a while, as you can see. We've been streaming for about 40 minutes and we just now started Sheet 2. Maybe for the sake of stream, we should just get one all the way to the end. How y'all feel about that? And if that's the case, which one should we do? I'll have to type it in chat so Kay can see. Ooh. Come on, focus. Focus. Hey, I'm okay with how many sides it has. Let's do the red one. That's cool. Okay, so I'm going to put this up high so I know it's done on the blue sheet. Yeah, let's do the red one. That's fine. I don't mind how many sides it has. I'm going to have to do them all anyway, you know what I'm saying? So may as well do the one everybody wants to see, that anyone wants to see. Guess I forgot to ask Kay, huh? Let me type this real quick. Hold on a second. Almost forgot to unmute my mic. Sorry, I had a special delivery. Oh man, I don't know if you can see, but you can already start to see. You can't see on the camera, but I can already start to see through. Like when I hold it up to the light, I don't want to blind you guys, but if you hold it up to the light, you can see all the way through the back of the flat side. Oh, it's beautiful. Wow. Wow. This is going to be so good. Good choice on the red one, by the way. I prefer to choose one that has more sides, and I'm going to do a test one anyway. Because, I mean, it's real easy to do a D6, right? But, like, those are the ones that are going to turn out the best anyway, because you don't have as much to worry about, like, if you hit the cloth wrong and like rub an edge down. It's less likely with the D6, even less sides, and they're much larger. When you got something that's a little more roly-poly, it can be a pain in the butt. Okay, so we're gonna start with the threat and work around all the way to the double success. Try not to forget. This is going to be so pretty. Yes, I'm glad you can tell on camera, because when I hold it up to the light, it's almost tear worthy. It's beautiful. Ooh. Look at those sparkles! Okay. Oh. My wife just made dinner and it smells so good. I made this really good spaghetti last night. You know what? I'm gonna like interrupt myself here. Apparently, I missed 2 sponsorship offers from Stream Elements, one of them being HelloFresh, which I only said because I'm eating HelloFresh tonight. But I'm super mad about it because I love HelloFresh and I would have loved to have done a HelloFresh sponsorship. So I sent him an email and I was like, hey, I don't think you sent me any email, and if you did, it went straight to spam, and there was no notification when the window closed, or before the window closed. Can you please possibly get this back? I don't think I've got any response yet, and if I have, it's gone straight to spam, so I'll have to double check that again tonight. Oh, so nice. But like, super upsetting. But I love cooking, and HelloFresh makes it really nice. But I made sun-dried tomato like spaghetti. And it was a delicioso. Ooh. Dang. That's getting real pretty real fast. Okay. Now we're going to do a threat. Same thing. All the way around to the double fail. Okay. Here we go. If that music and anything gets to be too loud, let me know. I can't tell because I've got it turned down real low on my headset. I know I keep stopping now, but it just looks so good. So we'll do before. So this is what the single, there it is. Single fail looks like now. I thought it was gonna run into that one, but I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, Mark said it should be done by then. Maybe it will. And I already tweeted it out, so it's like I may as well dip out. I was having a lot of fun. I love watching that. Okay, here's the after. Can you see that? How much more vibrant the red is? How much more clear the depth to the sparkles is? Oh, man. That's so pretty. So pretty. See, like, oh, a little bit dull. The red is a little bit, you know, I mean, it's red. It's red. But now, apply a little polish. Count to 10. Or whatever. Try and reveal. Ooh. Do that just a little. Oof. Alright. Moving on to the fail in the threat. One fail, one threat. It just blows me away how good they look. It's like you see the drawing and you're like, wow, that looks really, really good. You see him put on the 3D model, you're like, wow, that looks really good. You see the 3D model come out and sand it down to make the mold, and you're like, wow, that looks really, really good. And then you make the dice, sand them and polish them, and you're like, holy cow, these are amazing. Okay, put that crossways so I know where I stopped. I also tend to get a lot more work done when we do this on stream because I actually like have to kind of stop and I'm gonna start up here actually. I actually have to stop and like do it, you know, It's so easy for me to be like, I've got some other stuff I got going on. I got school. I got some editing for someone else I'm doing. I've got my podcast to edit. But if I set it on a schedule and be like, hey, we're doing this because it needs to get done, and people show up, it's really easy to do. Wow. What I really love about this new mold, or at least this set that I made, you don't have that, how it looks, you can see where the pore was, you know? I mean, I could have gotten rid of that marring, but I'm talking about the circle. Like, if you look at, like, this one, oh, that's where I clipped off the top, because the other side doesn't have that. But wow. Wow. It's so crazy. Cool. Alright. Do the same thing. Threat. Oh my. I haven't watched Andor yet, and I want to so bad. It's been crazy over here. But I really liked Obi-Wan, and I liked The Mandalorian, and the Book of Boba Fett was pretty good. I think of all of those that I've listed, I think my least favorite was probably the Book of Boba Fett, and it wasn't like it was bad, right? It felt a little convoluted at some points, and I see what they're going for, right? It's like one of the Western. It's still like a Western thing, and I kind of see some of the inspiration for some of it, and it's good. I like it. It's good. It's just, I don't know. It's different, you know. It's still good. A little bit of corn in it, but you know, it's still pretty good. The one thing that bothered me about the Mandalorian, spoilers if you haven't seen the last season of the Mandalorian yet. Dang, that looks good. He had that Beskar steel, and they're like the spear, and they're like, oh, we don't use Beskar against other Mandalorians, and then they fight, and he uses a lightsaber against one. It's like, wasn't the hilt of that bad? Isn't this essentially the same thing? Like, why do you gotta get rid of this? I mean, plot wise, I get it. You got the spear, you melt it down, you make the armor for Grogu, and it's like, then you've got like, now there's a MacGuffin kind of thing for Grogu to come back and all that jazz. It's just, man, that spear was so cool. I want to see a bow that shoots Beskar arrows. I think that'd be sick. Alright, as comparison, so let's do this. This is the one that we polished. And then this is the one we haven't yet. Which just still looks good. It's just that depth isn't there yet. So cool. Okay. Let's see what the Despair looks like, all shiny and new. Dang, there's like a bubble right stuck inside there, frozen in carbonite for all of time. Well. Did you guys hear James Earl Jones has stepped back from doing the voice of Vader anymore? Apparently they've got like a synth voice that they're going to use. Ooh. Or at least a way to modify someone else's voice to get the effect. Yeah. He officially was like, you know, it's been great. It's been fun. It's been great fun. But it's time to step back. Which, I mean, he's getting up there, so you can't blame him. But it's gonna be weird hearing another. I mean, I know he hasn't done every single iteration of Vader we've heard, but it's gonna be weird if they keep doing Vader stuff and we don't have James Earl Jones, and like knowing that it's not James Earl Jones. Almost like when Mayhew died and we had a new Chewbacca. It's like, oh, it's Chewbacca, but like, is it Chewbacca? Look at that. Dang. Yes, the depth of the sparkles on this one is insane. I wanted to make sure we could see through it, right? And I didn't do the nebula trick that I normally do, like an injection in the middle. I should have, but I was just trying to see what I could get. And I used a little less dye and a little less of the powders. I should have used more of the UV powder because it's really hard to tell if you're not in person shining the light on it and looking into it. But it's got green UV in it, which was supposed to be like a green nebula-like cloud. But I should mix a couple different UV in there sometime. But so pretty. Oh, look at that. So nice. Okay, next. We're almost there. Second to last sheet. This is when we're going to see big transformations. Now it's got that. Now we're through the cloudiness. I'm going to scoot all of these over. We're past the cloudiness, and we are now into the thing. So here's what we have currently. You can kind of see through it now. Alright. Dragon Ball Z power-ups. Give me 3 episodes and I'll have enough energy to spirit bomb this die into perfection. Oh, the yellow one? Oh, yeah. Good call. I didn't think about that. I haven't seen any of the new Dragon Ball Z and I'm so disappointed in myself. You can see through it now. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the despair back there. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, I'm just holding it right here. And oh yeah, you can see. Oh, look at that. Look at that. All the way through. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Acceptable. Just barely. After the next one, you should be able to see straight through. Oh, so pretty. I love watching it transform. It's like the world's slowest transformer, but also like the world's most satisfying transformer. Because math rocks. Except these aren't really math rocks, per se. I mean, you still technically do math with them. Just not the same kind of math, you know? Algebra rocks. Yes. I'm not quite into the trigonometry. Did I? Wait. Did I? Okay, I started here and here. I'm going here. Excuse me. This is true, but you know, I was always much better at story problems. I think it's part of the ADHD. I just see pictures in my head easier. It's not even that I see a picture in my head. It's just easier to comprehend for me if there's like an actuality to it. Which is why I really enjoyed physics, because it's like the science of how stuff does stuff. Like, it's not like, oh, give me like some abstract concept. It's like actual physical, like, you want to see how far this ball should go if you hit it with this much force in this direction, with this much resistance and all that? Here you go. Punch these numbers in. Boom. I made a trebuchet for that class. It was awesome. I mean, it really wasn't. I made it out of junk wood in from my garage, but I thought it was awesome. Yes, applied math. Thank you. That's what it's. Applied math. Like, I have no problem with like I can't think of the word now. I haven't been in that class in so long. I had no problem with calculus, but Calc 2 kind of sucked. I think everyone will agree who's taken it. Calc 2 sucks more than all of them. No, see, I'm sorry, I'm a little late on the chat. I can't actually see things in my head. Cause I know, I just don't know how else to describe how I, like, mentally perceive things. Because there's definitely no image there. Like, I don't see things. Like, I couldn't close my eyes and, like, visualize something enough to, like, have a measurement off something. I couldn't be like, oh, this is, like, you know, a large thing or a small thing. It's like looking at clouds almost. Like, they're not really there. Those thoughts aren't really there. But, like, my brain knows what I'm thinking about sometimes. Sometimes. And it just assures me that I know what I'm thinking about. If that makes any sense. But that can lead to overconfidence and Dunning-Kruger type stuff. Oh, sorry, I'm holding this way far away. I'm just looking at it myself. Ooh, I don't know where that corner. Where did that go? There's a corner that looked like it was missed. All right, where was I? I believe I'm here. Everything in your head is audio. I get that. I feel that. For sure. It's easier to remember sounds. My brain is mush anyway, so like anything trying to do long-term anything with my head is a waste of time. If it's not right in front of me or happened very recently, I'm going to need some sort of point of reference. The best thing about podcasts, I think, is that while podcasters will describe stuff, really, what you see in your head is almost never what they're seeing in their head. You know, sometimes you can get pretty close. Can you see through there now? Let's see. Where was it? Over here? Yeah. Yeah. See, with song lyrics, my brain has this thing where I can't listen to, like, I don't hear lyrics unless I've heard a song like a million times and it's become one of my favorites. Otherwise, all I hear is the instruments. It's really annoying because everyone was like, "Yeah, I need you to listen to songs. There's this really cool part, or like this song means a lot to me." And I'm like, I don't know what they're saying. I just know that the jam is sick. But like, I know like almost every Red Hot Chili Peppers or Incubus song lyric. I couldn't tell you most of what, like almost any of them right now. But if you just start playing the music, boom, it's right there. I got it. It's almost like a drunken recall thing. Let's see. Hey. Hey. Diablo Swing? That sounds amazing. Now, by Diablo, you mean like the game Diablo? Speaking of video game music that isn't like the soundtrack, the old Warcraft games, not World of Warcraft, but Warcraft, you could type in, what was it, /disco, I think it was, and you'd get this awesome disco jam, and all the voice actors were doing different parts in it. It was good. See, there's a... Where's it at? There? There. That happens sometimes when I'm sanding. You get overzealous because you've got weird ridges or something. When I filled it, they were like little humps. And sometimes they're a little bigger than I wanted them to be. So trying to get them flat. If the paper... Using 1000 grit, if I'm going too fast and I don't have my hands right where they're supposed to be, and the sheet wrinkles when I do it, there's no preventing that. There's no going back. It's like, I could persevere and it will be definitely good enough, but not in my brain. Or I could scrap it and start all over. And it's like, I don't want to scrap these and start over. These are such a beautiful set of dice. Swing operatic metal. Ooh. See, the thing about... I remember before you were talking about how some of these were too deep. And I agree. Some of them were deep. I don't remember what die said it was. But, like, you could see too much depth of the what was carved out of them. And I didn't want that, so I made these ones really shallow. And I may have made them too shallow. It's one of those, what's that game? Pull the rope back and forth. I can't think of it now. It's like you just go back and forth. Like, oh, it's too deep. I can sand it as deep as I want and get it exactly how I want it. But now it's so deep that like you can see it all the way through and it looks weird. Takes away from the inner design. Or it's so shallow that I have to be super careful when I'm sanding it, so that I don't sand any of it off and completely make myself cry. But bottom's done. Okay, time to finish with the top side. Tug of War. Gosh, thank you so much. I could not get that in my head. War never changes, you know. I hope my wife didn't hear that. She's probably laughing at me. I can hear dork in my head. I love Fallout. I actually, for my history photography classes, I have to write papers, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. But I did a paper photo thing on war stuff, how crummy war can be from different aspects, and how it's never really good. And I used Fallout. I used War Never Changes as my conclusion. I mean, I didn't just put War Never Changes, but I used the quote in my conclusion. Nerd. Alright, we are so close to done. Just 2 more little pentagons. Y'all don't even know what's up. Alright, last one. Wait, did I go the wrong direction? I think I went the wrong direction. That one? No, we'll do that one again. Now, the finale. The big show. Someone suggested using Mother's car wax, a very specific type of car wax to make them shiny. I tried using it on one set of dice, and I hated it. Let's get it all dry. Please forgive my crummy fingers. Whoop, whoop. Directions hard. Yeah. So pretty. Well, I won't take up any more of y'all's time. I'll finish the rest of these off camera probably, unless y'all really want to see me polish an entire set of dice in the future, not right now, because I do need to get out of here, help my wife put the kid to bed. But I hope you enjoyed. I think it's amazing how well these turned out. Let's see, let's see if we can turn off these lights real quick. Where are you at, light switch? Boop. Boop. Let's see if we can get these to glow, huh? Ooh, spooky. Oh, yeah. You can kind of see it glowing green. A time lapse? Oh, I wish I had the time to edit a time lapse. I totally would. Oh, it's too bright on the camera. In person, it looks super cool to shine this light through the die. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it on here. But look, it shines into the green. It's there. You can see it when it's polished. It's, my God, man, it's full of stars. Oh, and seeing it with the refraction coming from the monitor and seeing it from the other side, oh, it's so pretty, you guys. I'm trying to see if I can. Stop moving, Zach. Y'all, it is so pretty. I can't even. So pretty. Cool. Well, maybe time lapse. I can try. I can at least try and record it, and then I'll have it if I have the time. I have about a year left of classes, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed. I had a blast. And there they are. Well, there's that one at least. Cool. Yeah, we only have this many more to go. Put you up there because I started you. Oh no! Oh, dropped one. Man down. All right. Time lapse the year of collapse. Yeah, time lapse the year. I gotta find out where this went. You know, I would, except this semester isn't the fun art stuff like I had last semester. It's all the really boring speech class and public speaking class, and which I don't understand why I needed. That's not even what I wanted to do, but it's required for my degree, so you know, I'll play their games for now. But yeah, we'll see about time lapses. I mean, a time lapse would be easier than like editing a whole like clip, I guess, or a whole recording. But yeah, we can see how it goes. Yeah, I'll think about it. Hope you guys have a good night. Hope everyone has a good night. Thursday, we will probably be playing video games. I might be streaming Destiny 2 throughout the week a little bit. If anyone's interested in any of that, it's super fun. I'm going to force Sammy to play with me. No, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I hope you all have a good night. See you next time, and may the force be with you. Come on. There we go. Com 220 or 1020. I'm in Com 213, 316. I don't remember what it is. Com something or other. Like, I think it's 213 and FAS 326, which is my history of photography. But yeah. Cool. Have a good night, everybody.